morning. We are PK General Contractors, and we are so honored to have this opportunity to present our proposal to you today. My name is Kennedy Boykin, and I will be the project manager on this job.
My name is Paulina Ruiz, and I'll be the superintendent on this job.
My name is Courtney Marini, and I'm the safety manager.
And my name is Cassidy Bortoni, and I'm the quality control manager.
Today, we're going to be discussing our project management methods, our estimate, our schedule, and our safety and quality control methods. To give you an idea of some of our past work, we wanted to highlight two of our main projects, which are the American Airlines Trinity Complex and the Block 82 Tower. Both of these projects relied heavily on the curtain wall system, which is very similar to the Epic. Now onto our company perks. PK General Contractors personally identifies as an MWDVBE, being that all of our founders are veterans, and now we comprise of an all-female upper management team. And we've actually made arrangements to use about 26% minority companies on the Epic. As far as our project management methods, we have created our own software in-house called Peak. And this software holds things such as submittals and RFIs, trainings, general form templates, cost-related items, and it is so innovative and simple to use, and everyone on this job will have access to this software. Our main objectives for the Epic will be to stay on budget, on time, keep the owner informed, and of course satisfied, and hold regular productive meetings. Today, we are so proud to propose a guaranteed maximum price of $82.7 million, including a 15% waste factor. Also in this number is a 10% negotiable contractor's fee. We are planning to use 5% of that fee to leave you, the owner, with the extra 5% for an allowance for additions and changes to help better your vision however you want. The largest areas of work will be MEP, concrete, and glazing, and we plan to self-perform about 8% of this work, which will be the architectural concrete, acoustical specialties, and the earthwork. And being that we are based out of Dallas, Texas, we have so many strong relationships with subcontractors, and as you can see on the screen, we are utilizing so many of those relationships. And now I'm going to pass it on to our superintendent so she can discuss our schedule.
Thank you, Kennedy. As previously stated, my name is Paulina Ruiz, and I'll be the superintendent. So here at PK General Contractors, we deliver efficient and effective projects. Our total duration for this project is that of 24 months, and that will be accomplished by providing the subcontractors with the right tools, information, materials, manpower, equipment, and a good and safe environment. To ensure timely delivery on long lead items such as the elevators, the MSBs, and the cooling towers, we host material set-aside meetings as well as daily meetings with our foremen to view the status of the activities that are in progress. We believe that proper planning measures will save us money, and that will guarantee that everything gets done correctly the first time. Excuse me. As y'all can see on our milestone summary, these are some of our main milestones. We will see that some of the dates are kind of close to each other, but that is keeping in mind that they have different start dates and they will be happening simultaneously. Our notice to proceed is that of 4/19/21, and our turnover date is 4/19/23. In our site utilization plan, we will be working from the hours of 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. with a potential extension until 7 p.m. And if the streets are to be closed, that would only happen from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. with an approved permit. We have reached out to the community surrounding the Epic in hopes to keep a safe and healthy environment for them and to let them know that our team will be there if they have any issues or concerns. We will be using a tower crane SK405W with a 240J and a 70-ton crawler crane. And we know that planning and safety go hand in hand and that there is no substitute for a good plan. So with that said, I'm going to hand it over to our safety manager.
Thank you, Paulina. At PK General Contractors, safety is our top priority. Before any employee enters the site, we require them to go through safety training. We are going to take a quick look at one of our safety videos that are part of our training program.
Hey, my name is Courtney Marini, and I'm the safety manager for PK General Contractors. PK General Contractors recognizes safety as a top priority in our company environment. We strive to excel in our own policies as well as continuing to innovate, improve, and lead by a safe example in the construction industry. We strive to excel in our own policies as responsibility of implementing our job site safety program and ensuring compliance with applicable standards and codes, while enforcing and taking the proper steps to ensure a safe work environment and company culture. Not only do we make employees a priority, but partners, customers, and our surrounding community occupiers as well. Every employee is to keep a mindset of returning home in the same condition as they arrived at work.
We want all of our employees to feel safe and comfortable when they come to work. If all of our employees see that we care about their safety, they're going to enjoy and want to come to work. And that's going to be an environment they want to be associated with. And personally, that's an environment I want to be associated with.
Not only is the completion and benefit of construction satisfying, completing it successfully while being 100% safe is what we strive for.
We provide the proper resources to ensure that safety is everyone's top priority.
In order to implement this mindset for upper management and teams and employees, we advocate making safety a moral obligation.
Once training is complete, employees are allowed to enter our job site. Another way PK General Contractors implement safety protocol is by using weekly reports each employee must submit through iScout. We also use contactless check-in and check-out for all of our job sites as part of our COVID-19 protocol. We do this by utilizing a QR code, as you can see on the right. It will ask basic identifying questions as well as a self-performed symptom check for COVID-19. Feel free to scan the QR code if you want to see our form. PK recognizes that concrete is a huge part of this project and will make sure that silica content does not exceed OSHA standards. I will now move on to our emergency action plan. As you see here, outlined on this plan are muster points, the fastest route to both the police and fire departments, as well as recognizing a school that is within close proximity to the project. As well as being prepared for accidents, PK General Contractors make sure that all employees are aware of the 5 major hazards identified for this site. The first one we identified was project access. Our team will work closely with the City of Dallas when scheduling activities to avoid high traffic times. The second hazard is surrounding pedestrians. Deep Ellum is known for its nightlife and being a tourist-heavy area. We will utilize 24-hour security, jersey barriers, and fencing to keep the site secure. Our third hazard is delivery traffic. We will assign designated delivery spots that allow materials to be transported by the use of forklifts or cranes. Another hazard is construction noise and vibration. Our team will notify the owner and gain written permission, as well as notify surrounding businesses before proceeding with such operations. Our last hazard is personal property. PK has allocated funds towards repairing personal property that may be damaged during the construction process. These funds will not be announced and will only be used if concerns are expressed. Again, we make safety a top priority at PK General Contractors. Not only do we focus on safety, but we also prioritize quality. I will now hand it over to Cassidy Bartoni, our Quality Control Manager.
Thanks, Courtney. Everyone at PK General Contractors and our chosen subcontractors work together as a team in order to ensure that we're fulfilling the same vision of success. As mentioned already, we have regular meetings to make sure this happens. Let's talk about the Quality Award Program. Here at PK, we award companies who are active and successful in meeting our standards outlined in our Quality Control Program. Some of these standards include maintaining controls and written guidelines to regulate our management team, enforcing timely completion from all parties involved on the job, and also implementing an effective documented QC system to make sure that we control all activities that are affecting our services and product quality. These award winners are determined using the monthly evaluations done on our site walks. Next is our punch list strategy. To control time management, we have several punch list walks throughout the site walks in order to avoid having a large final punch list. Our team instills in our employees and trades that quality work is a top priority. We use BIM to create 3D renderings and utilize clash detection to help us achieve better time and money efficiency. And before testing and commissioning is done, PK will ensure that any required testing has been identified and understood, that agencies and equipment has been verified as acceptable for use, and that the documentation procedure is understood correctly by all teams. Mep Systems are the main area of focus for this. Special commissioning is done to ensure that we're fitting all LEED standards. In order to meet this LEED Gold certification, we have monthly meetings in coordination with the design team, assistant project managers, and superintendents in order to discuss current and future point opportunities that we can accomplish over the course of this job. Some pros of being Gold certified include tax reductions, grant opportunities, and of course an improved public image. We're looking forward to helping you guys bring your vision of a beautiful building to life.
We understand that you all are going to hear from many other qualified companies throughout this process. but we are positive that we proved today that we are the ones you should put your trust in to bring your visions to life. And we look forward to hopefully starting this amazing journey with you all on April 19th. And now I'm going to open up the floor for questions and answers.
Good job, ladies.
Okay,
I'll
great.
go ahead and turn it over to Amanda's team.
Yeah, you guys did a great job, so I really appreciate the effort you guys put into that. A couple questions for you. At the very beginning, you talked about your small business plan, and I think you said you have about 26% of small business. Can you confirm
Yes.
what scopes you have small businesses covering?
We have Harmon, which they will do the glazing. Alamo Tile and Stone will do finishes. Corporate Flooring will do flooring. Builder Service will do site work outside. And we have a lot more, but those are the main ones that we had found.
That's great. Another question for you. Going through your schedule and your milestones, it looked like you had glazing really finishing up the same day as substantial completion. Do you have a plan to go water test the glazing before you turn over the building? And when does that take place?
So the only reason that it's finishing that late is because we're taking into consideration everything that's taking, like including like the water cleaning for that. So the testing could be happening already. We're planning to test it on the first what was it? Like the first section of the glazing that we're installing, and then only on the second part, which would be from floors 7 to 12. I don't know if that
Okay,
was.
so that time frame in your glazing, that includes all the testing.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
and a lot of
great.
activities are happening simultaneously. And yeah, Paulina talked about that.
Okay, great. Another question as relates to QC. You mentioned you have a QC awards program. Can you better elaborate what awards or incentives you give out to the trade partners?
So some of the incentives that they can receive are just bettering their relationship with us as a company, and we also offer money, like bonuses, and also, we do give away gift cards like within these monthly meetings, just to businesses that will be beneficial for the trade that wins.
To add on to that, us at PK, we like to have like luncheons for the employees. So that's kind of like an incentive where we get like shirts made about the project, and then we'll just like hand them out to them as a thank you for working safely.
So it just gives them the
Great.
opportunity to get to know us better and hopefully better their relationship with us for future projects as well.
No, I think that's great. One more question as relates to QC. So in your proposal, you talk about a quality control photographer and videographer. How often would I, as the owner, get to see different photos and videos? And how do you send those to me? Is it just kind of a JPEG, or is this part of a different software?
Yeah, so those are going to be given about every single month, and we can have them sent digitally. Yeah.
So to add on to that, we all give a training with the Peak software.
Mhm.
So our QC manager, she will get with the videographer, and then she will upload them on the Peak software, and y'all can go ahead and you all have access to that, so you could see them through there.
And another
Okay,
thing to
great.
add on to that is we like every month to do owner reports. And so every month we'll send you like a summary of what's going on in the project. And those photos will also be included in that report. And again, they will be on Peak, so you'll have access to them at any time.
That's great, thank you. With that, I'll turn it over to Andrew.
Okay, so my first question really is related to safety. So can you tell me what your most high-risk safety feature is on the project and how you plan to mitigate that?
Yes, so based off our 5 hazards, I would say that our biggest risk is the pedestrians that are is the project access, or I'm sorry, is the surrounding pedestrians, just because Deep Ellum does have the big nightlife and the tourist heavy area. So again, we will be using that 24-hour security and fencing to make sure that no accidents or break-ins happen on the site.
Okay, And who has the sole authority to stop work if there's a safety deficiency or a safety issue?
That would be me, the safety manager, as well as our superintendent or project manager.
Okay, great. So this is my next question is regarding your submittal process, really. What are the longest lead items that you guys have in your schedule, and are there any opportunities to expedite those items?
So we already had like meetings. So we reached out to the subcontractors that we had and asked them for the lead item, or like the time that it would take for us to have it. I think that that's just the only way to make sure that it gets there on time by the time we need it, is just proper communication with the subcontractors and ensure that they have everything ordered. So we already submitted, with the communication that we have already with the subcontractors, we already starting our submittal process and like the RFIs and making sure that it's the right things that we need and things of that sort. I don't know if that answered your question.
To add on to that, I think our two largest long lead items will definitely be the elevators and the glazing. But just like Paulina said, and like I mentioned, we are utilizing subcontractors that we've used for 34 years in the past. And so they know that this project is going to be super important to us. And again, we've already been in contact with them. And so we have everything on track.
Okay, great. So one last question, and it's really, I think, on your site utilization plan, I think I saw that you guys were utilizing space, I think, across the street. Is that right? Someone else's property? So why did you guys feel that you needed that adjacent property? Is it for laydown, first off, and then second off, do you have costs covered to go rent that property, and for how long?
So we did think that it was going to be necessary, since there's going to be ongoing construction around our site, that we needed a place for laydown. We plan on using that laydown area at least until we're like on the 3rd floor of the garage. That way, if there's still like a lot of material, we can move it inside and get rid of that cost. But we'll still leave our trailers, so you could see that our trailers are in that laydown area. That would just be like PK General Contractors trailers. But we figured that that'd be the best like drop off of material, like delivery, that it would work out for us. We have accounted for that cost on the general conditions, but the cost is going to reduce whenever we do start moving into the garage for our laydown.
Great, thank you. Good answer.
Thanks.
And first off, great presentation, very professional. You guys identified a couple things about the windows. I think Amanda had a good question about testing. What's your plan with in relation to delivery of the windows, storage of the windows on the ground, and then crane time for them?
So we will have by the time that the windows start getting there, I think we'll be good to start storing them in the garage. And with the crane, we won't put like the panel around the garage yet, so that we can take it out from there directly and then lift it up.
So it's going to go, are you saying you're going to take it from the trucks to the garage and then from the garage back to an area and then lift it up, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And is that is that on the project one of your biggest risks, the glazing?
It is. You can see that we have like the little flagman and stuff with the deliveries on our site utilization plan. But since it is one of like our biggest risks, we will ensure that all 4 of us will be there on site whenever all of that's happening. And like me as a superintendent and our safety manager, we're there on site full time, all of us, to make sure that this gets done right, the first time, like the first time that there's no accidents. We take that into to heart. Safety is our #1 priority.
And
Okay.
something to add to that, like I mentioned, that the glazing is definitely a long lead item. And so just like Paulina just said, we want to make sure we do it right the first time to prove to y'all our quality and that we do take that serious. So that is definitely one of the main parts of the epic that we are recognizing.
Do you guys plan on using any BIM coordination with your glazing in relation to the other trades on the job?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Do you guys plan on using any sort of BIM coordination with the glazing contractor to make sure everything fits?
So with the BIM 3D renderings that we create, we use clash detection, which will help us kind of predict any potential issues that we may have when installing things. And so with that feature of BIM, we'll be able to, yes, coordinate with everyone to make sure that everything fits properly.
Great. And then last question, do you guys plan on doing any mock-ups?
Yes. So our mock-ups are going to be done, like if it's something small, they'll be done in our lay down area.
So the glazing will have its own mock-up?
Yeah, but the glazing will actually be installed on the actual building. But just in a small area. We'll plan on doing that. But it will be kind of like wherever it's not closest to the street so that we can keep everyone safe on the street.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Tommy, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. I've got a few questions for you, ladies. So looking at the estimate and the GCs and focusing on cost, we had one question was we looked at your step one estimate was $126 million, while your step two GMP submission that came in was about $44 million less. Can you identify what were kind of the major items that you saw change there?
So in our first estimate that we submitted, we really wanted to make sure that you all had enough room for additions and changes. We were assuming, interior work and things of that sort. So we added a 30% waste factor to our first estimate. And when the sub bids came in, like I said, we have really good relationships with these subcontractors and we trust them. And so with just the 15% waste factor, we were able to get our bid to 82.7 million, and we are very confident in that number with the relationships we have with these subcontractors. And the 10% contractor's fee sounds high, but again, it's negotiable, and we expect our fee to be between 4 and 5%, leaving you with the extra 5% to work with if needed.
Okay, thanks for that. My next question, I'm going to kind of dive into the slide you've got sitting up here in front of us, and it segues on to what you were just talking about. Your fee is high. What would you all be willing to revise your fee down to be competitive? Not including any kind of allowance or item for us as the owner, any give back, just straight fee that would be going to PK General Contractors.
We would be able to negotiate that down to 4%.
Okay.
And again,
right.
it is
Thank you
it
for
just
that.
is at 10. You're welcome. It is at 10% because we want you all to know, being that this is a new relationship being established, that we are here to give you the most benefit.
Very good. And then I think my final question, and I think this will be our final one for the group, is going to be on your slide. You're showing that you have a 15% waste factor included in your number. I just wanted to confirm, is that in addition to the 15% escalation that we directed everyone to put onto subcontractor numbers, or is that meant to be that same item?
That is that same item.
Okay. That's what we thought. Just wanted to confirm.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, I think that brings us to time. I appreciate all your efforts. Great presentation. I know you've been hard at it for the last 45 to 60 days getting all this stuff together. So definitely congratulate yourselves and give yourselves a pat on the back.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
do have one final question for you guys. So what is y'all's favorite movie?
Oh, our favorite movies.
Yes.
We might have to hit that. We might have to hit that in the debrief.
All right.
I'm gonna throw it out there real quick. Bridesmaids. I love Bridesmaids.
Glad to see that y'all read the tips and tricks.
I'm a Napoleon Dynamite fan, so.
Oh, that's a good one.
A good one.
Well, great job, ladies. If you can, go ahead and just jump off as a panelist. You're more than welcome to join back on. And great job. Way to go.
Thank you.
y'all.